So this is Helen, and today we're going to start looking at some stability stuff. So we're going to start looking at posture. We're going to start with the lower body because obviously that's where we attach the floor. So I'm going to switch the camera down so you can just see Helen's legs and feet. She's going to start off by just really feeling the floor under her feet, and she's going to switch her weight. You'll see her just gently swaying her weight over big toe, little toe and heel. Big toe, little toe and heel. Big toe, little toe and heel. And gradually she's just going to start reducing the sway until she can feel that she's coming to a midpoint and her weight is in the middle of that triangle of big toe, little toe and heel. Good. Helen's now in the middle there, and she's going to shift her focus up to her knees, and her knees are going to drop forward. She's going to bend slightly and then she's going to shoot them back so they're locked out. So they're going to drop and they're going to lock and drop and lock. That's great. And eventually again she's going to reduce that amount of sway until she finds herself in a mid position where her knees are soft, they're not locked and they're not bent. So they're nice and relaxed. And then she's just going to bring her focus back down to her feet and make sure that she's in the middle of big toe, little toe and heel. Good. So she's now in the middle of big toe, little toe and heel, and her knees are soft. She's then going to bring her focus up to her pelvis. Now, just for the purposes of the video, Helen's going to turn sideways onto the camera so that you can see how her pelvis moves. Great. Helen's now going to imagine that her pelvis is a bowl of water, and that bowl is completely full to the brim. So she's going to slosh that water out of the front. Good. And she's going to slosh that water out of the back. That's great. And she's just going to carry on tipping forwards and tipping back. Tipping forwards and tipping back until, and again she's going to reduce the amount of sway until she comes to a mid position where she's not tipping forwards or back and she feels quite centered. Lovely. She's then going to tip sideways, so she's going to be tilting sideways and tilting the other side. And again, the movement's just coming from the pelvis. Nothing else is moving, just her pelvis. That's it. So she's just shifting left and right, tilting the water out of the right side, tilting the water out of the left side, until she comes to a midpoint so that she feels she's nice and centered. And finally, she's going to create a whirlpool in that pelvis full of water, and she's just going to be spinning. That's it. So she's creating a whirlpool there. You can see that she's rotating her pelvis. Good. She's going to rotate 3 or 4 times to the right. She's then going to rotate 3 or 4 times to the left. Good. Until she can really feel every single direction that pelvis can move in. And then she's going to come to a midpoint where she feels that the water is being fully centered in her pelvis, not tipping out the front or the back or the sides, that her weight is in the middle of big toe, little toe and heel, that her knees are soft, and that her pelvis is centered. And that is precisely how she's just found where her center of mass is over her base of support. So she's beautifully loaded, and you can see that she's really, really straight up from ankles to hips. Perfect. Keep practicing that.